Hit the hit the like button as you come on in. Hit the like button as you come on in. We talking boxing, man. Goal on this live is 10 likes. And like, you know what I'm saying? Hit the like button, bro. You're trying to talk to me all day. I appreciate the company. But I'd like to like some more, bro. You know? Come on, let's work together, bro. Yeah. You give me the likes, I give you the stuff. I give you the content. But look, I don't know, man. I guess like I lost interest in fighters like Tank and Canelo that don't really want to make the fights that we want to see. So it'd be like I'm still a fan of them. I'll watch them when they fight, but uh I don't hold my breath for these type of fighters, especially Tank and Canelo. See what I'm saying? So like I be just losing track with these fighters and like Tank. But just in case you was like living under a rock somewhere and you don't really know what's going on. The WBA has ordered Gervonta Davis to defend his WBA uh, lightweight title against Kid Austin, Floyd Schofield, and that was what made just a few days ago. I think maybe like the 24th or something like that. They ordered Tank to defend his title against Floyd Schofield. Now, in January, they said that they were stripping him because of his legal troubles. Now, I guess they gave him his belt back. He might have been crying behind the scenes. Oh, no, that's wrong, man. Y'all gonna do me like that. I won my belt in the ring. Let me lose it in the ring. Give me a chance to defend against my mandatory. Okay. Yeah, I guess they gave him another chance instead of just stripping him without, like, giving him a chance to defend his title. They ordered him to fight uh, Floyd Schofield. Now, uh, Gervonta Davis is on probation. What up, Hannah? Hannah Cocker. Hi, I'm Hannah from India. What's up, Hannah? Nice to meet you. Uh, can you do me a favor and hit the like button real quick for me? But okay, look, Gervonta Davis is on, I believe, 5 year. What up, W Edits? 5 year probation for Maryland, right? Now, the terms and conditions of your probation is you can't catch any criminal charges. You're really not supposed to even have any police contact, let alone be snatching somebody like out of strip club trying to kidnap them. And we're just talking about some boxing, man, current events. So, like, he bonded out from those charges in Florida when he snatched a girl out the strip club. I don't know how or why they didn't have a probation hold, but since like I mean, because I'm pretty sure like the Maryland probation knows that he's residing in Florida. So I mean, they pretty much should have moved his probation to Florida. They knew that's where he was going to be living at. But they allow him to bond out, get out of jail, and then they decided, hey, those current charges are a violation of your probation, and they issued a warrant for his arrest last month in April. Now, he has a warrant for in Maryland, but he's living in Florida. But y'all know that the marshals came after him the first time when he first got the charges. Now he's on bond for those charges, but he has a recent prior history of getting snatched up by the marshals. You feel me? So he's pretty much on the run from the marshals again because, they locked him up, for the charge initially. He bonded out for that. But with you being wanted, like for Maryland probation, you know, And that's like a felony charge, hit and run, and then you being on bond for the kidnapping and robbery. So I'm pretty sure the marshals is gonna help get Gervonta Davis, locked up, man. So how could okay, what type of game is the WBA playing, first of all? Hit the like button. Goal on this live is 10 likes. There's 30 of y'all in here right now. Can I get the like button? Could I get a like? You know what I'm saying? What up, Silas Entertainment? What up, Yuji? Well, yeah. What type of game is the WBA playing? You know, Gervonta Davis has been wanted by the state of Maryland for 30 days now. Finna be a dad. Congratulations. Congratulations. You know, and then the WBA orders him to fight Floyd Schofield. I mean, what is this, like a setup? Like he agreed to make the fight, and then what? Y'all going to lock him up at a press conference? I mean, surely, with his recent history, they gon' extradite him. They gonna take him from Florida to Maryland. With as high profile as Tank is, come on, man. Why are you ordering this dude to fight his mandatory, knowing that he on the run? He been on the run for a whole month. I think that's weird. That's some Fed shit. That's some setup. Yeah, go ahead and make that fight. And show up to the press conference. No wonder Tank ain't responded to it and said hey, yeah, I take that fight, easy work, or he ain't said nothing. It's what is y'all doing, man? First I'm stripped, and then now you want me to fight the dude, but Maryland ordered that, issued a warrant for his arrest. No way, promoters gonna back this fight, back Tank fighting anybody until they know that he'll be free to go through with the fight. Just say Tank accept the fight, Floyd Schofield accept the fight. What? The promoter's gonna pay to actually promote this fight? While Tank has an active warrant, I'm great. How are you doing? Are you a boxing fan? Because I'm more interested in talking about boxing right now than how I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? You already said sup 3 times too, so you really that thin ice is starting to warm up. You feel me? When that thin ice get a little bit warm, you know what happened, right? Stand on thin ice for long enough with your hot feet, and see what happened. I play with my brother. I love boxing. I play with my brother, huh? Oh yeah, did you say you was from India? I don't know. You already got on my bad side. Sorry. You got a 5-minute timeout. I didn't like your terminology there. And we already was on bad terms when you said sup 3 times. One time, that's all you gotta tell me. I like boxing. I play with my brother. You don't play boxing. You don't play boxing. Boxing, you fight. You can't play boxing. How could you play boxing? And you punching each other in the face. Now, I don't know. You might be from India or something. They might say play boxing over there. So if that's the case, my bad. It's only 5 minutes, bro. I'm going to be on live for at least 60 minutes. Can you give me those 5 minutes while you completely ignoring what I'm saying about Gervonta Davis, and what's going on in the state of boxing, just so you can bring up playing boxing with your brother after spamming my comments with "What's up"? Can you give me 5 minutes? You can leave and come back in 5 minutes, and then you can think about what I was talking about. You feel me? Like, do you know who the fuck I'm talking about? Do you know who Gervonta Davis is? Do you know what it means? Candleman, what's up? Do you know what it means to like have a mandatory when you're a champion? Do you know what it means to be stripped of a title when you're a champion? Do you know if Gervonta Davis's current felony charges that he's on probation for are extraditable from Florida back to Maryland with his warrant and his current criminal history? Even if you don't know nothing about Gervonta Davis. Do you think that the police would extradite somebody as high profile as Gervonta Davis from Florida back to Maryland when he's has a warrant for a probation violation for Maryland for felony hit and run, and he's currently on bond in Florida for kidnapping? Don't that sound like something where yeah, they finna come in, they finna bring him back, especially with as big of a name as he is. And then this dude, he went over to like a house party with Adrian Broner and Dean the Great on the run from the marshals, dancing with snow bunnies. And these dudes on live, yeah, of course they ain't worried about your legal problems. They trying to go viral, man. It's anything, man, anything goes to go viral, you know? And yeah, Tank popped up on the run. We got an appearance with Tank, man. Of course, you went to a streaming house too. They got everybody running their cameras, man. All them people is them girls and people that's around. They be streamers, man. You just don't know them because they on the app where Dean at. You know, of course they gonna be live and recording. And then Broner sitting there laughing. You know what I'm saying? Hey, he think it's funny. Look. Check it out. You don't believe me? Look. Okay, hold on, man. This is a little meth head I be watching on this app that's talking in the background. Look. Okay, look. This is academics posted this. Deshae and Adrian Broner couldn't stop laughing after seeing a viral photo of Gervonta Davis looking terrified when he was caught on camera on last night's stream. What did he see, bro? That's funny as hell. And that's the picture that you're looking at right here. They're the one that's on my thumbnail. But don't believe me? Check it out. Look at Tank's face, bro. What did he see, bro? What did he see, bro? He didn't know that camera was on. What did he see? That's funny as fuck, bro. Oh my god. Funny as fuck. Hey, you see what I'm saying? Look. It's all fun and games. I can see someone trying to accuse him of SA. Women always running. Railroading him. Floyd must have strong ties. Kidding. You know, Blue Blood, damn. Blue Blood made a lot of sense in his reaction to Tank's case. You can see someone trying to accuse who of SA? Tank? I didn't see what Blue Blood's reaction to Tank's case is, but you know, because I mean, Broner's been recently like, his name been kind of tossed around with that SA stuff, but I think that's all scripted, man. The stuff that Broner is doing, he's drunk, but like, Man, he's acting, bro. These are skits. Like that's what make them go viral. You know, when Broner does something sexually inappropriate, y'all can't tell that. Y'all can't see that. Like that is too consistent. He's always he's the girls in Dean and Broner's streaming channel. Man, they probably all down for like the drama, the clout that's coming with like all of these like viral clips, bro. Do I have a wife? Don't worry about if I got a wife. That's what you come back. That's what you come back with after being like timed out for 5 minutes. Well, I hope so. I just don't trust girls. Uh, Dean is rich, and like Dean can probably make those girls sign a non-disclosure agreement. You know, I sound lonely. You done talking to me. That's how lonely I am. I blocked you. Now you permanently blocked. Have a nice life. Try again on another account if you don't like it, or wait until for me to unblock everybody else, and then you can sneak your way back in here. You don't trust girl? Yeah, man. Dean is rich, and like he has lawyers more than likely, and he can have his lawyers type a non-disclosure agreement, even though they're like streaming it. I'm pretty sure, or they got their bases covered, and or these girls are actually like in on the skit. You know, they're in on it. You didn't see like, bro, when he touched the girl butt and she said, "I'm leaving." She went to McDonald's to get her and Dean some McDonald's. He told her to get a quarter pounder with cheese. Like Dean had his hand on that girl's bare leg right before he stood up, and then Broner sat down next to her, and then she stood up, and then he did like that. Like, bro, it's all a play. Like, Broner goes viral. They both go viral when Broner does something inappropriate with these girls, bro. They see that. It's worth money. You know? They go viral. All of the blogs start talking about them. They start getting offers from different places to, give them this money to come to this party or this club or wherever they doing. You know? It's it's just like in living color on the road. It's in living color on wheels on the internet instead of every Saturday at 8 p.m. You know, that's all it is, cuz. You know, like, and then, I mean, come on, bro. She's acting like she was that mad. Man, it's so ridiculous, bro. Like, when I realized what they was doing, because they just keep doing it over and over and over, like, it kind of like got corny to me in my mind, like knowing that, like, and this shit is all a play, bro. Okay, look, Broner, you think Broner is really dumb enough to like solicit like a woman on live for prostitution, and she's gonna like agree to have sex with him for $500? Everybody is recording, everybody, and they on live, you know, and then he's just gonna solicit this woman, and she one of those fake, type chicks that got like operations done. You think she gonna have sex with Broner for $500, bro? 500? I could afford that. And look at him with his big old belly. They all standing around in a circle, huddling together, recording it while he's offering. Man, come on, man. And this is after he done like grabbed the girl's boobs, in a boxing stand. This is after he grabbed the girl's head to kiss, and he's completely not worried about nothing when he does these things. Even when he grabbed her head and put it in the kisser, like, and then even after that, he smacked the girl on her butt. I mean, now he's offering a girl money for sex. Like, come on, bro. If y'all can't see this is a play, bro, then like I don't know, like you real gullible then. And that's why like these dudes gonna keep going viral because y'all really, really believe that stuff, bro. You know? Like Broner ain't that reckless, bro. He ain't. I mean, he might have done had some moments, you know, but like he's not that reckless, bro. He's not that stupid. You know, for him to constantly be doing these type of things on stream, like, with all of these different women and like with no fear of the law, like, or those girls like snitching on him or getting them locked up. You think he want to get locked up? He finally making money again. You think he's like, come on, man. But hey, I'm just thinking outside the box. But yeah, probably no foul on play stage for sure. Yeah, it's stage entertainment. And all that girl ain't finna have sex. And then 6ix9ine gonna actually walk in a room while Broner is like having sex with this girl to drop something off, and they're still live on stream. And Broner so he hitting it so focused on hitting it that like he don't care about 6ix9ine coming in the room saying put the pillow over her head, and she let 6ix9ine walk in the room while he's like doing it with the girl while they're live on stream, and you don't think that's a play? Look, if we somewhere, I offer a girl money to go in the bedroom and do my thing with her in front of you. You know what I'm about to do, what me and her about to do. We go in a room and we doing it. You are not about to walk in that room. Out of respect for me, out of respect for her. She naked, I'm hitting it. And she, man, and she gonna let you come in. He's saying put the pillow over her head. Like, she can't hear what he's saying. And two dudes about to walk in the room, or 6ix9ine about to walk in, and then the other dude is standing outside. And like, and this ain't scripted, bro. Like, she gonna just let that happen. Man, that's crazy, man. People just believe anything. It's kind of hard to figure out. But like, you start seeing like, just pay attention to how like it's gonna keep happening. And blogs are gonna keep talking about it. Like different like situations where Broner is being inappropriate with these girls. Hey, you wanna go viral? Get Broner drunk and bring around a bunch of thoughts. Like, hey, get them to do this to her. Get them to smack her on the butt. Yeah, have them lift her boob. They probably even noticed when Broner acted like he was ready to fight Dean, and he lifted the girl boob up when he was walking away. People noticed that. And Dean and Broner noticed that. People noticed that. So, like, man, they just going to keep giving us what we want. I mean, it is 6ix9ine now. No, I mean, still. Man, you'll mess around and catch a charge trying to walk in on somebody having sex, bro. Broner, I mean, 6ix9ine, I don't know if he a offender or not, sex offender or not. I do know he had a situation where, like, I don't know, he had a minor dancing for a rap video, and I don't know if he did something with the girl or what, but he's not a stranger to sex charges, and he's on like federal parole. Like, bro, it's just it's BS, bro. It's all make believe. It's like Mad TV in living color. Seen the episode with Money Yaya? Nah, man. I've been trying to detoxify myself from like all of this shenanigans and BS, because it just don't seem organic no more. I don't know if it ever was organic, but it definitely don't seem organic now. Like, you just bring a bunch of popular people around, put them together, and start acting goofy. It's like a soap opera almost, and it's real childish too. So like, I've been trying to get away from like watching it. Like I kind of wanted to watch the 20v versus one with him and Dean and the girls. I guess 20v2. You know, and I kind of was curious about. They say Yaya was flirting with Dean. It looked like she was being a little extra friendly, but I be trying not to watch that stuff. It's too much, man. It's too much. Like I think like a bunch of people like acting out of character just to get attention is kind of corny. Even though like I've been like that, you know, at one point in time myself, you know, I like would do some clown stuff like to go to get some attention or get people to pay attention to me. I'm doing some clown stuff kind of like right now by calling myself 7'8". Salute to the mighty LDBC. Salute to the Journal 78 Sports TV. Salute to the chat. You see what I'm saying? I'm doing some clown stuff right now for attention. Me even putting LDBC up in the description, knowing that I'm not an LDBC member, and like, you know, I ain't really had problems with 7'8", but I kind of been a pest like over the years. So he probably think I'm a clown by calling myself him. Like I'm a grown ass man, calling myself another man. He could say that I'm riding his D right now. He could say that. You know, I don't really think it's the case. Even when I do shit like that, I'm not even really thinking about him. Like I already put Big 7'8" like a week ago. So when I went live, I wasn't even thinking about that. But like he probably think I'm on his D heavy. You know what I'm saying? And he probably think I'm a clown for it. You know? And I'm doing it to get attention. I bet you somebody in the LDBC went back and told them about my channel. You know? I bet you they did. Because I got 78 Sports TV as my real brother, my bio. And then I'll be calling myself 78. Somebody wouldn't have told him about me. Because he found this page. But he probably think I'm a clown, you know, for trying to clout chase the LBCBC for detention. And so I'm not saying like I don't do things for clout or attention, but like, I mean, I guess if it works, bro, I just don't pay attention to what Broner and Dean. I'm trying not to like be paying attention to that stuff. It just seemed corny to me, you know. Like, yeah. I mean, it's okay, like, if something happens and then, like, you go viral because, like, something happened, but, you know, like, Dean get knocked out with the elbow. That was real. Wasn't nothing scripted about that. You can tell because that white dude was mad. Dean kept talking, and the white boy wasn't finna let him walk away. And then he knocked him out. You know what I'm saying? That was organic. That's something to pay attention to. Even with the Larry Wills, like Dean agreed to let the dude slap him after he's talking about his girl. You know, like they planned that out all day. Even that wasn't organic. I think the only thing that Dean has done that wasn't really like staged was get knocked out by that UFC fighter. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing that I think he did that wasn't staged. Well, of course, he didn't plan on getting locked up either. But I think Broner wanted to fight him for real, though. You know, that looked real, too. Did you say they canceled your FanDuel account because you withdrew the money? No, they didn't. No, me and FanDuel was good. They canceled my Wells Fargo account. You know, like, FanDuel still got their money. Yeah, like FanDuel still got their money, but just when they went to take the money out, the money wasn't there. So it put my Wells Fargo 800 in the red. But, like, FanDuel still got their money. Me and them good. Just me and Wells Fargo beefing. Orbit's still active. Orbits? What you talking about? What is Orbits? Yeah. But yeah, man. I guess like you know, I used to try to go viral like just by making my outrageous videos that I used to make. You know, I would like my goal would be to for like 2 viral videos. It seemed like I would have at least 2 viral videos a month, and it would make up for like the lackluster views of like all of the rest of the videos throughout the month. When I was averaging like 1,500 to 5,000. Now, like looking at it nowadays, the way people do, and they just like people okay with that. There's a lot of channels out there where man they get like 5,000 views or less, like between like 2 to 5,000 views per video. And they just do like 3 videos a day, and that's cool. And they be seeming like they balling too. You know what I'm saying? They be having chains and grills and like they doing it full time, and you can tell like how they living. They got their own place. They got a nice setup. Just off of like shit, 5,000, views a video, or even 2,000 views per video. And doing like 3 of them a day, and then doing it like every day. And like ninjas is really like, you know what I'm saying? But I was trying to chase like viral moments, with my videos. So I would try to make like real good content. So I can see why Dean and Adrian is like kind of chasing the next viral moment. You know what I'm saying? They get addictive. Like you want that surge of an attention. I see Cameron's doing it too now. Cause look, Cameron knew that was gonna go viral when he kicked Broner off of the show. So he paid him some cash, you know, but he knew that he was gonna get that cash right back. I mean, look, and now he's staging shit on his show. He just got snatched over the counter. You know what I'm saying? Like he's saying something, and I don't know if it's some wrestler or something, and the wrestler got up and snatched him over the counter and I body slammed him or something like that. And then he was supposed to like show up to WrestleMania. After that, he playing dead after the dude done attacked him. And then he said, oh yeah, I'll be at WrestleMania. I'm pulling up and da 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 da. He's even staging skits now. See what I'm saying? So like, you realize like, hey, shit, attention is paying me. You know what I'm saying? And like, yeah, making this right here off of these videos is cool. How much money y'all think he made off of those 2 Broner videos that did like 800,000 views? Compared to like the 150,000 that they normally do, the 200,000 that he normally do. Now like Broner done, he done kicked Broner off the show. Broner was only on for 15 minutes, but damn, you got like 2 videos out of it, because they kept the show going, so it was a full show. Broner was just on the first 15, 20 minutes of the show, and then they had the entire show with that in it, and then they had a separate video with just the Broner clip. And both of them did like over 700,000 views. I mean, how much money you think like it made way more than what they normally do. So yeah, you'd be like, okay, well, 200,000 is cool. We can make like, da 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 off of this. But damn, like this Broner episode made like more than triple what we normally do. Just by pulling a stunt on air. So like, hey, we need to do that again. We need to double up, triple up. That's what Dean and Broner's doing. I don't knock the hustle. I just like once it started like looking corny and like, forced and set up, it's just like I ain't into all that, bro. Like that's like making a band type, love and hip hop type like stuff, drama, little kid stuff. I might have another bet for you, but at the same time it's 50-50 because I'm trying to stop this lifestyle. And I've been doing good. I can't even do it no more, bro. I can't do it because, like, they say that sports winnings is, like, considered, like, income. I don't agree with it, but let's just say if, like, you send me 1,000 and I bet the 1,000 and then you win, and then it's like you win 5,000, and then, like, it's fucking the IRS and everybody else, fucking disability and the fucking Section 8, they gonna say they gonna see that I made $5,000 in my name, and they gonna want 30% of that shit because I pay 30% of my income. So off the back, I'm gonna owe what 30%? Let's see, like 300 times 5. I'm gonna owe 1,500 of it to fucking Section 8. You know, let alone like I don't know about disability, man. I don't know how they gonna feel about that. Section 8 really gonna have a problem with it. I can't do it no more. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. Sorry, but maybe that'll help you keep your money in your pocket, anyways. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to get back into that shit, right? You. Also, now you starting to do good. Yeah, you said you right. Don't want to put you at happiest. Put you at happiest, or have my bread seized. No, your bread ain't gonna get seized. Like we have been did the bet and then like won the money and split it or whatever we was gonna do. But when like the fucking state of Michigan run my social security number and see if I've been making any money, it's gonna pop up that I won a $5,000 bet from FanDuel, and they're gonna be wondering why I didn't report that shit. So then it'd be like I made $5,000 without telling them. So now they really gonna want to charge me with fraud, but they ain't gonna charge me with fraud. They just gonna be like, yeah, you owe us some money. You feel me? They on you like that? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, they monitor every dime, every dollar. If I sign up, if I sign up for Robinhood right now, because it's like a $5 sign up bonus, you know, like fucking they're gonna know about it. Because I'm gonna have to use my social security number and my picture ID to sign up for that account. And they gonna see that I have made an income. It ain't that hard. I mean, when you receiving money from the state, from the government, man, you don't think they watching what the fuck you making? Man, they watching you close. You know, you sell a nickel bag in a hood, they want in. Like the mafia. Shit, man. I get like 2,500 a month from the government. 2,300 a month from the government. What I get in cash and what I get like from them paying on my rent, you know, and like man, I can't be making no. They don't want me to be winning no damn $2, $3, $4,000 bet. You know, like on the internet, and they paying my bills and get put money in my pocket, and I'm running around trying to make money on the side and not tell them. Hell no, that shit ain't gonna work. You should know that shit ain't gonna work. Even if you go on vacation out of America or leave the state, you have to tell them is that true. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, you supposed to tell them like right away, but and you still can collect disability, you know, when you out the country, but like you can't be out of the country for more than 6 months. You can't be like if you leave the country for over 6 months, then like they gonna stop your shit. They can cut it off if they know that you not in the country. You be better off like trying not to tell them, you know. But shit, like, I mean, if you go over there using your debit card in damn Africa somewhere, it probably a trigger something in their system or something. I mean, they figure everything else out. They'll figure it out. But yeah, man, government don't play, man. They got that shit like they got spreadsheets of everything. You know, they know like about all. When I was doing them referrals, they know about like a 2,000 I done made from Webull doing referrals. They know about every bank account that I opened and I got a bonus. They know about like First Third Bank, Midwest Bank, Bank of America, Wells Fargo, like all of them banks that I had opened up, like getting a bonus. They know about everything. Yeah, And that they know that I didn't tell them about that shit. That's why I can't get food stamps now. Because I didn't report that income, unearned income. Yeah, that's exactly why I can't get food stamps now. And I got to pay for my damn own Medicare, like $225 a month out of my check. Because I didn't tell them, I tried to do them referrals and didn't tell them. Be rich in Africa once that money convert. Hell yeah, I'll be a millionaire. Yeah, I'll be a millionaire. Cause $1,000 American is 1.5 million in Nigeria. So like I'll be bringing in over a couple million a month. Prepaid net spend cards. You got to take the money off of your card. Hey, if I had my card over here in America, and I had somebody, they found out that I was in Africa, and then I had like my mom taking money off of my card and then sending it to me, they'll probably lock her up too. They find out about it, and I didn't tell them. You just don't want to like do no stupid stuff, man. Like they go, you're not slick. Everybody know like what everybody doing. We think that we can be slick and fucking get away with some shit, man. That's what Tank thought. He thought he could be slick and go to that party with Dean and Adrian Broner while he was on the run from the marshals, like, and get away with it. And then he realized that, hey, they was on live. And that means that the police could be on the way right now because they know where you at and you on the run. And like, you know what I'm saying? You shouldn't even been doing that shit in the first place. You shouldn't have been there. High profile person like you on the run, going to a house where they constantly stream. That's how Broner's making his money now, from live streaming all day, every day. He thought he could get away with that, man. He didn't even put a shiesty on. He could have went there in the shiesty. They would have knew it was Tank. But he ain't have to have his whole face hanging out. Man, he should have been up in there with the ski mask on, man. Yeah, you can't be slick, bro. Like a lot of people be thinking that they can be slick in life and get away with it, and that shit gonna work. You know how many people like end up like, I thought that I could be slick today, and I got like almost got in an accident. About pretty much did get in an accident. Barely. Because like I be riding scooters, right? And then like I'm riding the street because they don't really want you to ride on the sidewalks too much no more. And but the traffic is backed up, back to back to back. And this is a street I ride on all the time, but it don't normally have all this traffic. But I'm on a scooter. I think I'm cool, so I'm riding like in between the cars on the right side and the curb. I'm riding in between that, and I'm just passing them up like fast. And I feel like I'm cool because, hey, they're in cars. They stuck in traffic. I don't have to be stuck in traffic. I can just be slick and ride on the right of them. And, as long as I know that I'm not bumping into the cars on my left, I can ride as fast as I possibly can. So, like, I'm speeding down the street, like, in between the car and the sidewalk. And this lady, like, go turn left, and she's turning into this barbershop. But I couldn't see her turning in because I'm just going this way. And she couldn't see me coming. You know what I'm saying? Because she's turning from the other way. And I seen her at the last minute. I'm like, oh, shit. And I turned like this. And I turned away from her. I'm glad I was on the small scooter. Because I would have ran straight into her and fucked her shit up and fucked myself up. And she would have been pissed. And it'd be some lot of gangster crazy niggas in barbershop. Probably got some guns too. Like, man, that shit would have got real. Like if I couldn't like come up off of no bread or after fucking her whip up, but even then they might want to fuck me up for acting stupid. But yeah, and I had to turn real quick and like I kind of like bailed off of the scooter, so like I wouldn't run straight into her. I've been through this before. I'm jumping off the scooter to avoid hitting something, when I saw it, and I got it to the point where I didn't hit. I could feel like my tire touch her tire, just touch it, just barely. She didn't feel it though. I know she didn't, but like, and then I had fell all the way down and like on my ass though. Like it still hurt bad. See, because I was trying to be slick. Yeah, type of shit that motorcycles do. Going in between traffic and shit, trying to be slick and pass up all of the cars, and then they end up fucked up. You know, that same type of shit. Even except for this time, I wasn't like in between traffic. I was like to the right of traffic by the curb, but you know what I'm saying. I'm still like in the street, and yeah, like I avoided that shit though. That was quick thinking on my part when I saw her, turning in, and I reacted to it. Man, everybody in the barbershop was looking out the window. All the people in traffic was looking. She looking out the car. And like, that shit was embarrassing as fuck. I had to sit there for like, man, it took me about like a couple seconds, about 30 seconds to stand up. And like another 60 seconds to like get on the scooter and ride off. Cause like my ass was hurting. Bad. It's hurting real bad now. But I thought that I could be slick and do shit that I wasn't really supposed to be doing. I ain't even really supposed to be riding on that fucking street anyway. But they allow scooters to ride on the street, in traffic. But you really need to be obeying the traffic laws like everybody else to keep yourself safe. You lucky, who knows, maybe this accident, second time, you would have been out for the count. Man. Yeah, but it didn't really, it was a near accident, even though I still got hurt. I didn't like have a collision with her car and do damage. It was a black lady. She probably like ain't got no insurance. Black people don't be having insurance, you know, or they be having that insurance where it's just like, just pay it and they ain't gonna fix your car. You just like got enough to something to show the police when they pull you over. But man, I thought I could be slick and beat traffic. I would have been safer if I was riding down the street in the sidewalk, honestly, because she would have seen me like coming easier instead of me being next to the cars in the street. But yeah, you can't be slick, man. Yeah, she could have used her turn signals. It still wouldn't have mattered. She wouldn't have seen me, and I wouldn't have seen her. Because I'm too close to like the rest of the traffic. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm like right here, you don't see what's on the other side of my hand, no matter how fast or slow I'm going. And you coming from this way, you coming from this way, like this. You know what I'm saying? You can't see what's over here, and I can't see you. You know, like I can't. You can have your turn signals on all you want. I still can't see you past like these cars over here. You feel me? So yeah, man. Hey, so you can't be slick out here on these streets, is what I was saying. You know, you can't think that you slick. Trying to do some bets and get some money, and like knowing that you get money from the government, you're gonna get caught. Like who else trying to be slick out here? Bro, Gervonta Davis, he trying to go to house parties with streamers right now, and Broner's back popping. That's kind of being fake too. You disappeared on him when he was like down and out. Now that he like back on and relevant again, now you hear you as popping up to his parties again. Even though you want it, trying to give him some advice. Get the hell up out of here, man. Could have gave me this advice when I was down and out. Dean was the one that rescued me, not you. But he thought he was slick, and now that's not gonna look good. You already on the run from the marshals and Maryland probation. They have ordered Gervonta Davis to be held without bond when they catch him. And he's over here partying with snow bunnies, dancing, probably drunk, you know, having a time of his life on the run, on camera, laughing at him, laughing at the authorities. He still messed up by even being there, let alone if he was seen like having a drink. I don't know. I didn't watch the whole live stream. Trying to be slick. It's like I was trying to be slick and almost got ran over. He trying to be slick. That's going to be looking bad, even if the probation officer want to give him another chance or the judge want to give him another chance. You know, like, damn. You know, yeah, you took a month to turn yourself in, but, you know, you didn't have to, like, go and live stream a party while you was on the run from us. He just showing no disregard for, like, complete disregard for the law, probation officer, like the judge, his boxing career. Can't defend your title while you on a run. They don't know if you'll be able to go through with the fight. Man, come on, man. Police will come and arrest like Bob Arum, you know, or Eddie Hearn if like they was wanted and you see them at an event, let alone a Gervonta Davis. But yeah, man, we can't be slick in life out here on these streets. You know, just like Alicia Baumgartner, she thought she was slick. You know, she done slept with this person, she slept with this person, she slept with that person, she slept with this person. Those people be knowing people, you know? And then like once y'all stop messing around, then they tell their friends like that they had you. That's just what men do. You know? And like, yeah, men gossip just like women. That's just a myth, you know, like that men don't gossip like women. We gossiping like women now. All of these channels is gossip channels. Everybody talking about like Charleston White and Lil Durk and Whack 100 and don't even know these dudes personally. Like never seen these dudes before. Like never had a conversation with these people, you know, but like talking about them. So like, hey, she thought she was slick. And then she tried to talk like about Clarissa Shields dating Papoose with them still being married. But like, you ain't married to none of these dudes that you sleeping with. You feel me? I mean, she got a little bit too in her feelings because like Clarissa Shields called her amateur because she gassed out in like the 7th round. She gassed out like halfway through her fight and she was looking bad in there. And she had to get on her bicycle a little bit. And Clarissa Shields saw it and she clowned AB, Alicia Baumgartner, about it. Alicia Baumgartner got in her feelings and she started talking about Clarissa Shields' relationship. You know, she didn't say nothing about the boxing. You know, she's saying something about the you know, the relationship, the sexual relations and shit. So like Clarissa said, you know, and I don't even like taking Clarissa Shields' side on nothing, you know? But because I disagree with a lot of the stuff she doing, like about wanting to fight men and all of that stuff. But look, since you want to take it there with like who somebody's sleeping with, then like look at this. What about this, right? You know, you ain't married to none of these dudes. This is like just one guy you can name like that I done been with. What about him and him and him and him and him? And then you know it's more to go with it. Hey, but she thought she was slick. She thought like nobody really wasn't on her ass. Hey, she was really in her feelings, you know. And she got the talking too much because she was feeling herself, man. And now she quiet, but she thought she was slick. She thought people didn't know her business, because you know what? She probably, you know, these people like, man, who's paying attention to drunk Adrian Broner? You know what I'm saying? Like, she might not even like knew that Broner said that about her on live on camera when he was drunk, you know, until like Clarissa Shields played it. Cause that's the way they got it. They rich. They got their own stuff to worry about. She got to probably train or trying to make a fight. She could be on vacation. Like, she's living her life. She's not on the internet all day like us, let alone paying attention what a drunk Adrian Broner says. And like if she's anything like, a lot of other people, she don't want people coming telling her what haters is saying. Don't bother me with that stuff. But like you can't avoid this right here though. Yeah. So she thought she was slick though. She thought like that nobody know, like wasn't nobody up on her. Who else, man? Yo, Conor Ben thought he was slick, bro. He thought he was slick. He took steroids. He went on a crazy knockout streak, and then like he got caught. But he was backed by like, the most powerful promoter in the world, they let him blame it on eggs, and he got away with it. B-side Dylan White, he thought he was slick too. I'm not B-side Dylan White, B-sample Dylan White. He thought he was slick too. I don't know what his excuse was. Was it like cross-contamination or something? The typical lies that they have. Hey, Tyson Fury thought he was slick. They said, just here, I'll give you 20,000 or something like that. Tell him it was boar meat. He thought he was slick. But he done got away with being slick with some other stuff before. But he couldn't get away with that when he got caught with the steroids. He said it was boar meat. Canelo thought he was slick. And then he tried to blame it on Mexican meat, bad meat in Mexico. It got whatever, clenbuterol, whatever he tested positive for. He thought he was slick. But guess what? He could say that clenbuterol or bad meat stuff all he wants, but his body frame was never the same from that point forward. The way he looked in the first Triple G fight was completely different than how he looked in the second Triple G fight after he got caught. So that makes it look like he was juiced up for the first Triple G fight. He got away with it, and then he got caught like leading up to the second one, trying to juice up again. And then he wasn't able to do it the second time or maybe even ever again because now they watching you. You feel me? He thought he was slick. A lot of people think that they slick out here, man. Ryan Garcia didn't care. He didn't try to be slick. He's on camera saying, go get my steroids. And then intentionally miss weight. He didn't care about it. So at least we got to give Ryan Garcia that. Like, hey, and then he ended up testing positive for it. But, dudes on camera talking about steroids while he was juicing up, like training for the fight. And he wasn't playing. He didn't try to be slick. Hey, and guess what? He got the money. He got the money for the fight. He didn't take a loss. Like, if he wouldn't have juiced up, he would have got outboxed. So he juiced up. And then it's just his majority decision win was ruled a draw instead of like losing by unanimous decision. He don't have a blemish on his record from Devin Haney that he would have had if he didn't juice up and he made weight. So it's still really, and he got his purse for the fight too. But he had like a $1 million fine. I don't know what his fine was. If he did have a fine, he should have had a fine. At least he wasn't trying to be slick. A lot of people try to be slick, man. Who else? A lot of people, man. We don't want to be slick out here on these streets, man. He can't be cutting no corners, man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I used to try to be slick. I thought that I could use illegal drugs. I thought that I could use illegal drugs in a house that I live, as long as don't nobody see me doing them, then I'll like be able to keep my secret and I won't get locked up. Guess what? You ain't slick. People see you tweaking on the internet, acting weird, up all night, rapping, freestyling, you know, eyes wide open, pupils dilated. You know, clearly you on something. Police got on my tail, man. You know, like I had to stop. I had to stop for good. Yeah, cause I wasn't as slick as I thought, and I used to think like, hey, nobody should tell on me because I'm minding my business and I'm not bothering them. And if they snitch on me, then shit, they better be ready to move. Like, you really gonna, if you snitch on you, you get locked up. Even if you bond out, you really gonna retaliate against one of your neighbors or something like that because they told on you because you was using drugs and they didn't want to be around it or have it around them. Look, man, hey, can't be slick out here, bro. I'm telling you, man, we ain't slick. Uh, yeah, man, that's crazy, bro. It's crazy out here on these streets. Dude, Shakur Stevenson got a fight. Like, you know, was he clout chasing Devin Haney all of this time? You know, was he trying to be slick, but he was really clout chasing, acting like Devin Haney's moving up in weight to avoid him, and have Devin Haney's ducking him, and Devin Haney's lucky that they're not in the same weight class and da da da. But you willing to move up with other guys, and you're not willing to move up for him. He should be like, if he was so much of a hater, and like you should be trying to move up and become Devin's mandatory, man. But we already knew that was cap though, because when he became the WBC mandatory, like uh he didn't want to make the fight unless he got 50-50. But like he really didn't deserve 50-50 as far as like name recognition at that time, Devin versus him, let alone with Devin being the champion. He don't have to give you 50-50. He's a champion. You're the mandatory. You take 25%. Just like now. You know? Hey, you know what? Fighters will bring up money to like, if they don't want to make a fight, they'll bring up money to like, kind of wiggle their way out of it. But, like, if they want to make a fight, they might even take like less money than what they, wanted for the other fight. Just like Rolly, I don't know why he didn't want to give Devin what he wanted. He gonna make less fighting. What's his dude? Callahan. What's the dude name? That little white dude that's just, you gonna make less money fighting him. you know? Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure Shakur Stevenson is gonna make less money fighting whoever he decide to fight next. Uh, like, by not fighting Devin Haney. Like, whatever he could make fighting Devin Haney, he would make more fighting Devin Haney than he's gonna make fighting whoever he decides to fight this next fight. What other fight is a bigger money fight for Shakur Stevenson? He's kind of out of the mix, ain't he? Because ain't nobody thinking about, like, Shakur fighting no Rolly. You know? What about the white boy that got, like, is it Crocker? Somebody, a white boy that got the IBF at 147? You know, nobody, like, you know what I'm saying, thinking about giving him that opportunity. He's not even thinking about it. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll move up to fight Ryan or Connor. You know, but I ain't going to move up to fight Devin. And he never brought up Rolly. Because, of course, Rolly's not going to make that fight. Like, he's not going to fight Keyshawn either. That's out of the question. Who's he going to fight? You know? Probably a bum. Ain't nobody for him to fight, man. But he thought he was slick. Clout chasing Devin Haney. Act like you want to make the fight. Knowing that you don't want to make the fight. You know you match up pretty good against him. I understand you had some good sparring matches with him. But you didn't really want to fight him. Because he can't run from you now. He can't run from you now. You can be his mandatory. But you was already his mandatory at 135. You see what I'm saying? And then you brought up money. Like, all of these other fighters are able to, like, make the fight, to get the fight done. Even these bigger name fighters, or they come up to be, like, somebody's mandatory, and then they figure it out and get the fight done. The only way that a fight don't get made is if it's, like, not two willing participants. That's the only way. You can just price yourself out even if you become somebody's mandatory. Like, no, I need 50-50 if I'm going to fight him for his belt. So, pretty much going by Shakur Stevenson's record, like, of what he's done in the past, because you can only judge a person by, like, what you've seen them do and, like, what type of stuff they've done before. So you can kind of, like, try to determine what they'll do in the future, right? And, like, judging by what Shakur Stevenson has done in the past, like, the only way that he'll move up to 147 to fight Devin Haney is if he's offered 50-50. Right? That's because he can move up to 147 and become that WBO mandatory. So, with him being a WBO 140. So, but, then it'll be like 25%. They might make an exception. The WBO made it a section for Sean Porter with Terrence Crawford. And I think they gave Sean Porter 40. It was 60-40 for 66 million to Bud and 4 million to Porter. 60-40 was a $10 million pot. So they kind of, like, worked with him a little bit. But that ain't going to be good enough. He going to want 50-50. That's what he tried to do with the WBC at 135 with Devin. And like, that's what he going to try to do with the WBO. He wouldn't even take the 40%. He want 50-50. Yeah. He was trying to be slick. He had us fooled, too. Did you ever see, like Shakur Stevenson, like, ducking Devin Haney? Like, it sounds crazy, don't it? with how he was. I remember how he was acting years ago. Like when he's standing in the ring after Devin beat Lomachenko, he was jealous as hell. And then he's saying, "You lucky you not my weight," and he's just constantly acting like uh, Devin is ducking the smoke. Devin don't want the smoke. It sounds good, right? Until it's time to fight, and then it's another excuse. First, you could say I'm not in your weight, but then when you come up to my weight and you my mandatory, now you like making these ridiculous purse demands. But hey, he thought he was slick. I think a lot of people still kind of like he got a lot of people fooled. You know, he still got a lot of people fooled. I mean, I'm still a big fan of Shakur Stevenson too. He was always like my favorite, like YN. You can't really view him as a YN no more. That would be like the younger ones, like Floyd Schofield and Africa, Abdullah Mason. Them the YNs now. But even Keyshawn, I don't know, like he's starting to like he's still YN status, but he's growing out of it. But like Shakur was always my favorite YN, but now I'm still a fan. I just really like. I mean, it's kind of you lose faith in the person after a while, right? You broke my heart. No, not like that, but you know what I'm saying. Like you act like you wanted to smoke with Devin, man. Go up there and fight him. I mean, if you was want to just stay at one, first sound like I feel like I'm talking about Triple G, man. Like I feel like I done said this type of stuff like already, like before. Like man, the same thing. You'll go up to fight this fighter, but you won't go up to fight that fighter. Why won't you go up to fight him if you'll go up to fight him? It's like it's the same thing, like over and over, just a different name, just a different fighter. Even with Ryan Garcia, like acting like he a male model, and then like becoming being a quitter in the ring. He's the new Victor Ortiz. Victor Ortiz did the same exact thing. He wanted to be he acted like he wanted to be a male model, and then when times got hard, he quit in the ring. Just like Ryan Garcia. It's just the same thing, different name. You get to like believing in the guy. You thinking they're gonna be like different than all of the rest of the guys, and they be the same damn way. You shouldn't even really be like surprised at this point. You shouldn't be surprised. Like when you see like, hey, it's a guy talking real good, and then now all of a sudden they acting like they don't really want to make the fights like that they claim that they wanted. Yeah. Motherfuckers talk good. They say everything, but let's fight, right? Devin Haney need to like copyright that phrase, because it probably blow up like one day. People might like start saying it, start making shirts and selling it. A lot of people use it. They say everything, but let's fight. And he ain't lying, And then when it come down to it, they might not even really want to make the fight. They might price themselves out. They might fake an injury. They might miss weight on purpose. They might even take steroids knowing that they was going to get caught. just so they can, like, you know, hurt you and embarrass you. Because, like, beating on you in front of the world while I'm, like, juiced up ain't as embarrassing as getting beat up, you know, and I'm still gonna get paid. You know, like, they might do you like that, bro. Tell everybody, like, that they juicing up leading up to the fight. Go through with the fight juiced up. You know, like, embarrass the hell out of you, ruin your reputation, and then knowing that they gonna raise their hand after the fight and everything. You know, knowing that they was gonna get caught. You know, they'd do that to you. You know, and look at how it played out. Devin Haney's reputation never recovered from it. He's ranked like in the low top 10 pound for pound. You know, like his pound for pound status took a hit when we thought he lost. But then when the loss was reversed, they never made up for it. He never got his ranking back. And it's like he's been trying to, like, work his way back up since then. LFG. GGG. Yeah. What up, Jay-Z? It's crazy, man. Now and then he ended up fighting on Ryan Garcia's undercard. Imagine that. Guy get popped for steroids for cheating you, you know, and then the next fight that y'all have, he's you fighting on his undercard. What up, though? We're just talking about, like, ninjas trying to be slick, you know. But you got to give it to Ryan Garcia, man. He definitely, like, didn't try to be slick. He told you what he was doing. You got to respect that, man. You got to respect that. Like, and Devin was so thirsty to go through with the fight, he just did it anyways. They probably had, like, some dirty tests from Ryan prior to the fight, and they let the fight happen, knowing that he was going to go into that fight juiced up, and then they just released the results later. Gervonta going away for a while again. Yeah, it ain't really looking too good, man. You can't be on the run from probation, going to parties all on TV. If I was his probation officer and I seen him, like, at a house party with some streamers, you know, knowing that I issued a warrant out for his arrest a month ago, I'd be like, okay, all right, bet. You know, remember that when you want a bond or you want me to lift this probation hold. Remember that shit. I'm gonna remember it. You know? Hi, I sub. Thank you. I appreciate it. Did you hit the like button too? So yeah, man. I thought it was gonna, like, just blow over. So, like, how could he defend his title against Floyd Schofield? What is the WBA doing? You know, one minute they say they stripping him, the next minute they order him to defend the title. 4 months later, knowing that he's been on the run for like 30 days. I think that's a setup. They trying to help the authorities, like, track Gervonta Davis down. Cause there ain't no way that they don't know. They took his belt because of his legal problems. So you know that like his probation just, like, had to put a warrant out a month ago. You know about all of his legal problems. So I think they're trying to help like the police catch him. Cause that don't make no sense, man. Either I'm stripped or I'm not stripped. How am I gonna like defend my title if I got a warrant for my arrest? Just saying, bro. Shit's supposed to make sense. Yeah. Man. That shit crazy, man. And then like Dean was on a power trip. You know, you getting like some attention, you got some money, and he think like he can just treat these girls any kind of way. He can treat people any kind of way. You know, taking people's phone, like delete that shit. Give me your phone. Delete that fucking video. And he know that he got like all of these security all around him, so he's acting tough with everybody. You know, taking people's phones, snatching. He snatched this dude up that was supposed to be Nigerian or some shit, or Haitian. You know, snatched that dude up. That's assault. It ain't the first time that he grabbed somebody's phone and trying to delete some stuff. He thought he was slick. Man, them girls don't care. The girl that he kicked out on the highway cared, because Dean is like currently in jail for attempted robbery. Yeah, he's locked up because he tried to take this girl's phone. He grabbed her arm and tried to take her phone, you know, and I guess she didn't let him take her phone. But later on, he put her out on the side of the highway. Yeah. You ain't know that? Let me show you, man, what's going on these YouTube streets. Yeah, man. Yeah, on these YouTube streets. I thought Bronner bailed him out. He ain't got no bond. Oh, he has since been released on bond. Oh, this is news right here to me. Right here, it say popular streamer and boxer Dina Gray, real name, blah blah blah, was arrested in Miami Beach on May 27, 2026, for alleged attempted strong arm robbery. He has since been released on bond and pleaded not guilty. Oh, he out. They hugged on video. What the fuck? That's his mugshot right there. That's his mugshot. Okay, the alleged incident? It's on camera? What? Hold on, man. Let's see. Make sure you great. Son, your place, get out my yard. Get out. Come on. You out. I told you what's cracking. Get out. Oh, he just grabbed her ass right there? She out. Good test, though. Yeah, she gotta go. She gotta go. Hey, get that out of my yacht. You know I had to run it. You know I had to run it, brother. She gotta go. You know I had to run it, brother. Had to test her. After business. Yeah. No. I didn't see him try to take her phone. It's the life here. It's gonna work. I didn't see him try to take her phone. We will break ourselves in half to give you a better life. Rip and Beth have secrets. People with secrets. Not bad, for goodness. Dean is starting to like feel himself too. I don't know if y'all can see it, like y'all can tell, but he's starting to feel himself. You know, like the way he's kind of like, he's becoming like more aggressive. Obviously, he's grabbing this girl and like he thinking that he can just put his hands on her. snatch her up. Like he's telling her to leave, but he think that he can force her to leave. Like, get up. I'm gonna grab you. So yeah, I didn't see him try to take her phone, though, but I did see him like grab her and pull her up. But like yeah, his demeanor and how he's talking to people, like he's really like feeling himself. It's kind of like distasteful, honestly. You know. That's why Ryan Garcia was so happy that you know, he got knocked out because he said if anybody needs to be humbled, it's Dean the Great. You know, and he was like, normally, like I would feel bad, if somebody got hit, but I don't feel bad because, like, this type of, he needed that, and like I can see why. When him and Brunner was first started kicking it, you can he's yeah, he's cool, but like they laughing and talking, but he's being more passive, like, and not really like outward, like aggressive how he is now. Yeah, man. Hey, and look at that last party they was at. Two dudes showed up to his house, like, or the house where they was streaming at, with guns, you know, and didn't want to leave, and they kept saying like, "Why you recording?" and making threats too, you know. And I don't know if that was staged or not, but it could have been staged too. 'Cause, I mean, it should have been like, you know, I don't know. That shit don't really end well. It don't end without incident when somebody's showing up to rob you with a gun and like y'all got guns and they don't want to leave and he's saying like, why you keep coming back to my house? Why you keep coming back? I told you to leave. Like what, man, bro? Shit, pop his ass. You know what I'm saying? Should have drew. You should have drew down then. It ain't no time to be playing. If they got guns and like he coming over to your property, you know, and like they're uninvited and they got a gun and they being threatened, like what? You know what I'm saying? They being threatening and they got guns and y'all got guns and like y'all didn't pull out no gun. You're gonna give them an opportunity to pull out a gun first. That could have been staged too. Acting like the dude's gonna rob him or some shit. Yeah, it could have been staged. Yeah, because it seemed like shit from like his what he's been doing. Like it seemed like everything is staged. Besides getting knocked out by that MMA dude, you know. But he was looking for a viral moment even then. He just thought that he was gonna like talk crazy to the dude, and the dude wasn't gonna do nothing. But yeah, man, he wasn't really like, man, a little power, a little attention, man. That shit change you. That boy changed quick. And it looked like Broner is kind of like becoming more of Dean's bitch than he was at first, especially after the breakup. And then Dean like brought him back. You know, he's almost like he know his role now. Now he know that he gotta just like be cool, play the background. Like answer to his boss. you know, which is have to be like a change. They be racist to white people for no reason. Enjoy your stream, but don't be racist. They be racist to Diener and Broner is racist. I can prove it. They be racist to white people. Broner ain't racist. I've never see Broner like say nothing racist to like nobody or prejudice. And like he essayed a white woman too. He don't just essay the black woman. What you would say like he's attracted to both like the white women and the black women. He offered a white woman like 500 to like have sex with him. You know, he supposedly effed her like on stream. This shit's starting to feel like some little kid. Like this shit, like talking about them and that streaming and all that. It's like some little kid high school stuff. Like, just like hearing it come out of my mouth. Like it feel gay. You know what I'm saying? Like these niggas need to just stop this shit, bro. Because look, we gonna have to keep talking about it. Broner is a former boxer. We boxing fans. Everything that they do is going viral. Like, and it's like all childish, weird shit. And like we gonna have to react to it. You be so like drowned like with the shit. You know what I'm saying? It's like you're gonna respond to it. Dean and Bronner's strong gay energy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Dean was wearing them blue booty shorts when he was laying on the couch. You know, knowing that Bronner was there, and he wasn't all the way asleep. What type of man wear yoga pants? Let alone like yoga booty shorts, right? Yeah, they can match every day. That ain't really gay. That's like they like Beavis and Butthead, or like the Wayans brothers. It's like a gimmick. That's why they doing that dressing scene. I wouldn't put too much thought into that, but Broner's definitely gay. He like to kiss men, bro. What else would he do with the man if like nobody wasn't looking? Yoga pants are comfy though. Do you like yoga pants? How do you know if yoga pants are comfy? Ain't it gay to wear yoga pants? That's what y'all was telling me. That's what's supposed to be what people was telling me. Yoga pants are comfy though. So now it's just okay to wear yoga pants, but it wasn't okay for other people to wear yoga pants. See what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not surprised. That's how they do you. Like when I started asking for donations on YouTube first, right before they had Cash App, people started doing it, and then motherfuckers say I'm begging for money on the internet. I'm panhandling. Stop begging for money on the internet. Guess what they did? As soon as they got enough followers or whatever, got where they wanted to be, they start begging for money on the internet. Motherfuckers talk shit about some shit that I done did, and then they go and do the same shit. Like what the fuck? Yep. I'm not surprised. But yeah, that kind of look fruity, bro. I ain't got no booty shorts, bro. I don't own no booty shorts. Them was some booty shorts that he had. that Dean was wearing. You know, like I mean, when he was walking in the store, he probably ordered on Amazon. But like, bro, let me see something. Cause like they gotta look like. Hold on, I'm gonna just men's. What is this? Oh, it might have been just like, bro. Uh, damn. Now look, bro. They might have just been underwear. Like, yo, when he went to go buy us them booty shorts, bro, that he had on, this is what he was looking at. That's what he was looking at. You know what I'm saying? And that's gay. You feel me? That's gay. So you right. Strong gay energy over here. Even if he bought it on Amazon, that's what he had to search and look up. You know what I searched to find that? Men's boy shorts. So yeah, they both probably gay. Gay. You know, he probably done did some gay shit. You know, I shouldn't have showed that on camera. Is that nudity? It ain't nudity. It's just like a mannequin with some underwear on, or some. You know what I'm saying? But I shouldn't do stuff like that. Them algorithms or whatever might detect it. You know, whatever. We don't want to like lose this channel. See what I'm saying? See what I be doing? Then y'all gotta find another channel. What you talking about? Stop capping. Yeah, man. Yeah, he trying to be slick. Yeah, it'll come out later. It'll come out like. I'm surprised ain't nobody came out and said that they did no gay shit with Brunner. You know. He trying to kiss Tank. He trying to kiss Dean. He humped Maidana in his butt. When they was fighting, he turned around and humped him in his butt in like the third or fourth round. And then like Maidana started beating him up. And then later in the fight, Maidana turned him around and started humping him in the butt, like when he was winning the fight. Broner got grapes. he got grapes, bro. He tried to grape and got grapes. That was the message that Maidana like gave to the world. You know what I'm saying? You tried to make me your b, and like I made you my b. For real. Y'all know I ain't lying. But yeah, man. We was talking about people being slick, cuz. Man, we need like it need to be more air flowing through this bitch, man. You know? Fuck. Yeah. Motherfuckers be slick. Yeah. But damn. Y'all got a lot of food in the refrigerator, man. I kind of want to read up a little bit. You heard? I spend more than what I wanted to, but like I got a lot of meals, man. I bought like 5 more pounds of hamburger meat than I was planning. You know, because that's 5 meals. That's 5 different days. You know, food for 5 different days. And now I see like if I eat hamburger helper, that's like a $7 meal. It's kind of a lot, but I could eat it all day. Man. But yeah, man. These niggas be trying to be slick, bro. uh Broner, man, somebody gotta have some secrets about that dude, man. Dean, yo, Dean probably got some secrets. Stuff be coming out on people. Just like Ray J. Ray J, man, Ray J going crazy, man. But like, he just now coming out and everybody seeing like he's making all these rainbow comments. He was trying to be slick. I guess like, eventually, you know, he got exposed. Hamburger helper make like 4 or 5 meals. Man, if it make it 2 meals, then it was good for me. Cause like I sit there and eat the whole pot. Like the whole pound of hamburger meat and the whole box of pasta and stuff, you know? Oh yeah, he got knocked out. But yeah, I sit there and eat the whole thing, the whole meal in one plate, like one sitting. Well, actually, I think that I'm gonna eat the rest later, and then I just go back and put the rest in the plate. He'll be all right. He just got hit in his head. He needed to get hospitalized because he was after the fight. He was talking like they had fixed the fight. He was acting like the fight was fixed, and he might have tried to fix the fight, but by him saying that on TV, like he's opening the door for him to possibly get a RICO for like from the feds for trying to fix fights and shit. And if he go to the hospital and say that he had a concussion and he didn't know what he was talking about, then like they'll excuse him like for saying the shit. Be like, I didn't know what I was saying. I didn't fix no fight. No fight was fixed. Like I didn't even really know where I was. I got knocked out, let alone what I was saying. Mm. But I apologize for saying it because I see that I did say it, but I had no idea what I was saying. Like, how could like they argue with that? But he got to clean that up. You can't be just saying like you fixed the fight and like people can bet like $1 million on the fight, like for you to lose, and like what I'm saying. You can't just be doing that. You can't be talking about it. That ain't the first time that like they brought that up at the end of one of Aiden Ross' fights. He's slick. Aiden Ross gonna get indicted by the feds for rigging fights and probably other illegal wrongdoings that he's doing that he's getting away with now. Cause I swear that's not the first time that like somebody brought up like a fight being fixed or rigged or something like that. And he was doing an interview in the ring when a person said it, and he was like, "Oh, I know what you're talking about." But then he kept on like interviewing the person or whatever. I can't think of who it was like right now. But yeah, he did that. Somebody else said that before. So he think that he's slick, you know. And then eventually, like he gonna get his B. He gonna get his B. You gonna get yours B. You know, like I heard Bob Arum got indicted by the feds for rigging fights, fixing fights. Bob Arum. So you don't think they'll indict young Aiden Ross? running around here trying to build himself up to be the next Eddie Hearn, you know, the next Bob Arum, you know? Because, you know, this is a hell of a way to start it on the low level, right? He's paying these rappers, these bloggers like 100,000 each for each fight. That's like 200,000 for just one fight. You got like a bunch of other fights on there. You done paid the referee, the judges, the ring card girls, the commentators, the announcers to rent the building, the lights, the whole setup. Like, what you pay for all of this too? And you're getting all of the proceeds from the promotions, endorsements, drinks, food, liquor. Man, they'll definitely like indict young Aiden Ross. You out here trying to do it big, bro. That's one of the reasons, like, too, why I kind of like I didn't bother to make it my business to become like too successful. And sometimes when I had like done saved up money and I was like, oh, I want to open up this, I want to rent this building space. Like, I might be able to rent out some chairs, or like, have somebody cutting hair for me. Or I may be able to sell some shirts, or maybe even some fake jewelry, just buy it off of the internet, sell it. Because like, when you want to be the big dog, you got to deal with big dog problems. You know what I'm saying? And like, you won't get indicted from the feds from rigging fights if you never even like start doing the fights. See what I'm saying? These rappers, these dudes, they would have never got indicted by the feds for the murder that they did like 3 years ago if they didn't want to start rapping about it and change their life. You want to make money talking about your life, you know, and you don't want to live that life no more. And now, but you want to be the big dog on TV in front of everybody, like everybody cheering your name, everybody like, you know what I'm saying? And now you done got indicted by the feds for what you did because you wanted to be popular for it. You know? Like, you thought you was slick. you thought you was slick. That's crazy, bro. A lot of people get themselves in a lot of trouble, man, trying to be slick. Man. Yo, like, one of my favorite rappers right now, if not my favorite rapper, is 17 years old. Him and this other dude, they set up like one of their friends to be killed, and like they brag about it like on every song. And like, I can't believe like why the police ain't lock him up yet. Like, what? You ain't even trying to be slick. I mean, you doing interviews, you making songs, you giving details that nobody should know besides like the detectives that showed up there, maybe his mom that found him, and his killer. And they haven't arrested. It's coming. But like, man, they think they slick. I can't tell. You gonna be surprised when they come and lock you up for what you've been bragging about the past year? I was just trying to be a rapper. You gonna plead not guilty? You done told us you done did it like 30 times. So now when we charge you with now you charge you with it. Now you didn't do it. Now you're not guilty. Man. Trying to be slick. Virgil Ortiz tried to get out of that contract trying to be slick. He know he signed with Oscar and he owed Oscar more fights. You know, he knew that. But he figured, hey, I'm rich. I'm a millionaire now. And I could afford lawyers too. Maybe I can get out of this deal and I can go make all of the money fighting Boots instead of having to share it with Oscar. You know, trying to be slick. David Benavidez make way more money than Virgil Ortiz. Got way more money, like got more status and everything. Way more accomplished than Virgil Ortiz. He ain't never like tried to do Oscar like that. You know, or is he with PBC? I think Benavidez. I don't know, man. I thought Benavidez, Oscar had Benavidez. I might be wrong with that. Maybe Oscar had Zerto. So I might be wrong with that. But yeah, you know, that's why he was at Benavidez fight. You know what I'm saying? I could be wrong with that. But look, Virgil Ortiz was trying to be slick. Yo, this is fun. This is funny, bro. I'm just sitting over here like playing on the internet. Y'all listening to that shit, bro. It makes some sense though. It's some real talk, bro. Like, y'all need to stop trying to be slick. Oh man. Yeah. It'd be crazy like that, bro. In the hood sometimes. My butt hurt, man. And my leg been hurting bad. For no reason. Trying to be slick. Man. Y'all see my posts? You know, like subscribe to my I think the bell icon that lets you know if somebody make a post too. I try to make posts like if I see something and I don't really feel like making a video or I don't feel like going live. Or I mean feel like doing a short. You know, just to let y'all know I'm thinking about y'all. I mean, if you don't mind, you know, can you like hit the like button? I would really appreciate it if you like hit the like button on them posts and like everything that I do. But y'all ain't gonna do it. How you feel, bro, if a huge you want to be blocked, bro? Just like tell me you want to be blocked without telling me that you want to be blocked. That's all you gotta do. You know? That's all I see. You couldn't expect for us to be continuing to have a conversation after that. And you couldn't expect me to give you a straight answer either. Just because you want to have that type of conversation don't mean that we going to have that type of conversation. You thought I was going to read it out loud too, huh, didn't you? Got him. They ain't going to even know what you said. They ain't going to see it. And I didn't announce you by name or read what you said out loud. See, I think before I speak, bro. You know, I didn't pre-read that before I started reading it. And I still caught the little BS that you was trying to say before saying it. See what I'm saying? Like, you hearing me right now, but you're really only hearing what I thought about like 10 seconds ago. 15 seconds ago, maybe 30 seconds ago, maybe even 60 seconds ago. That's what you're hearing. You know what I'm saying? You're not hearing what I'm thinking right now. You hearing what I thought about like 15 seconds ago. That's why I talk slow. And I like have long pauses in between like my speech. Because I'm constantly like thinking, you know, before I speak. You know, get that shit up out of there. I learned a long time ago to talk to you ninjas like y'all the feds. You know? Cause you dudes will like provoke somebody, you will like diss somebody, harass somebody, like, and the moment they say something back to you, here you go snitching on a video. You know, here you go like being ready to call the police or calling the police. I know you niggas calling the police. You know? Somebody was to get on your ass, you letting it be known what you gonna do. Yeah, man. I learned a long time ago to like, y'all niggas turn into snitches, bro. So that's how I talk to everybody too. I don't even be on the phone like, man, yo, you don't even know. Even people around me probably like, I gotta break it down and explain like why I didn't want to say that on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, even people been knowing me for 10 years. 15, 20. Shit. Maybe you just to a point in time in your life where you just understand, like, hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna let my mouth like walk me into like a trap. You know what I'm saying? Like you get to a point, yeah. Man, that's another close call right there, man. Today, so like I had the close call where the police like surrounded me, like at the fire department where it used to be my old school. Had a close call where this guy jumped out in the street, like reaching in his coat and his pants, like staring at me. You know, like as I rolled past, like, you know, like he was trying to do something. And then I'm trying to like cheat traffic and speed on the side of traffic. And then the lady turned into to turn into the barber shop. And almost, if I was riding a big scooter, I would have ran right into her and fucked her shit up. I would have flipped off that scooter into her hood and I would have hit her side of her car. And I ain't got no insurance and I ain't got no money either. And she would have been mad. I wouldn't have been able to turn and like bail off of that scooter like that. So I had a close call with that though. Man, she could have upped the blick on me just because I hit her car. If I would have hit it, you know what I'm saying, and messed it up. Look what you done did to my car, fool. You better come up off of some money. I ain't playing with you. You better come up off of some money. Shit, I gotta pay to get that fixed. My insurance about to go up, and I need that fixed now. You better have something on it. I know that. Like, I know you better have something on it. That's what I do know. And then up the blick on me. People be crashing out. Or I could have just got ran over and smashed by the car. That could have happened too. I knew people. I knew people in that barbershop though. I knew at least one person. They would have like saved me, at least from getting smoked. But I would have still like, what I'm saying. I could have ended up in a situation by not paying attention to where I was going on the damn scooter. I know I'd be pissed if this nigga run into my car on a scooter. Because he tried to speed through traffic and on the side of the road. And I'm turning into the parking lot. And he done ran into the side of my car. I know I'd be mad. This nigga ain't got no insurance on this scooter either to pay for my car. My stuff messed up. Yeah. We definitely don't need damn police up there trying to file no damn insurance claim with that barbershop. Any barbershop. Some close calls, man. Yeah, it's a good time to like try to stay in the house and be as safe as possible. Even riding a scooter, I gotta really be on them bike lanes and like stop playing. Just because I can keep up with traffic, I need to stop trying to keep up with traffic. Because like, bro, they bigger than you. They hit you, it's over. You're gonna be messed up if I get ran over by a car. If I get ran over in the right spot, I'm done. That's the trailer part of that truck. Like had broke my rib, broke one of my ribs when I got hit by the car and I did this. Yeah, that's some close calls, man. Trying to be slick. Well, I wouldn't be trying to be slick with the police. I thought I could sit up there. But I mean, if somebody called the police and say somebody's up here, you know, I don't know why. Like they're gonna respond to that call, you know, whether they wanted to or not, you know. Oh, yeah, man. All right, I've been out here for long enough. 2 hours. Shit. What time is it? 1 o'clock. Damn. All right. I'll holler at y'all. Charles Gotti, thank you to the Charles Gotti Boxing. Like, definitely subscribe. Wow.